haven't been out there long
so-
because we thought they were at lunch.
Yeah.
So they've managed to sneakily put some balls on the lawn while we were watching
Transfits with
Matt.
Matthew.
Yeah, which was well. I mean, and how cool is that to hit a 40-yarder and then
you know. It's, yeah, in context with the event that I've seen and been playing, and to hit that length shot and to finish from those ball positions is one of the better turns of the event so far.
yeah.
And,
No,
and to do it
pure quality, wasn't it?
in the quarterfinals is fantastic.
So, Reg is the first to take a clip off hoop 1 in this game. 2-0 up against James. And James has not really had much lawn time at all.
No, and Reg looks like Reg, been solid. About Reg's mallet, Gareth, if you could get one of those as well, or have we already got one of those?
I think I put an order in for that one. Yeah. Is it possible to have too many mallets?
Possible to have too many mallets. I don't think so.
No.
You can get even the same type of mallets and just get different ends. Get brassy
ends.
ends,
Brassy ends or the sort of
do one like Samir's with the bent handle. And
Yeah.
you got
Yes, that's right.
Lots of variations.
You've got variations in the handle and in the head.
Yep.
The length of the head, the weight of the head. I mean, tennis players turn up with bags of rackets, don't they, for a game? So.
Yeah. Means you might have to do a bit of mallet slamming here and there later.
Oh, I see. Yes, but that would I might get disciplined for that. Though. That's I don't. I'm keen to not make a bad impression with. So, hoop 2.
And we're thinking
looks
break
like
1.
Pretty sure it's break 1. Ed and Harry have started their game. Might be nice to get a camera up to 5. Because Reg looks pretty much in control on 6. Oh, now, was that commentator's curse?
Because we stopped talking about croquet and
we
just
did.
talking dribbly stuff.
Did.
While we looked all under control.
Well,
yes.
yeah, but I think that he's called the referee out, so Lizzie comes out to
Might be one of those
mark
fortunate
some
ones where it's
things.
not far through,
Yeah.
so he's got a bit of room
yeah, so he might have a lot more room.
to play the shot.
And
And what's Harry done?
Harry is
hits
hit.
fourth turn.
Yeah, so
Very good.
Harry is hit. So we can probably stay with Reg because was that
ball 3?
I think that was ball
okay,
3
there's no-
actually. So maybe we will go to 5 after we've seen what eventuates here with
On the
this
hand
shot.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
not
all
in
good.
doubt.
Yep.
So if we could pop to 5, that'd be great. And this time Gideon is the camera person, and here is Harry having hit the yellow ball with his black and is now shaping up to make a rush to hoop 1. Now we think
there's
that this is...
a bit of a cut in it, isn't it?
We don't think the red has been played in at this stage, so we think this is a...
Oh, sorry, yeah, I'm standing on the wrong angle altogether. He's just, he's hit third turn. He's just setting a, like a dreamy leave thing.
Oh, okay. So he's just going to do a leave. There's no third turn 9 happening here.
But he hasn't rushed that all the way to the boundary, has he?
He's going to leave that mid court. And coming back. And this is always quite fun when the player joins up with the oppo ball, and you think, you first look at it and you think, well, what's going on here? But of course, Ed has to play the red ball on the next turn, so no rookie error has been made here. This is all perfectly normal. So, this will be fun to watch Ed striking at something. Are you going for the short shot here? Looks like there could be a double on there from a ball.
Yeah, blue's a bit of a floater between the hoops, isn't it?
It is.
I mean,
so Ed looking to make a double. Ed now looking up. Oh, what's he doing? He's marking in.
I don't think it's a double, Gareth.
No.
I don't think Harry would do that.
No. I'd do
full
that.
Control.
I'd do
Playing
that.
the last shot off the court.
So, stalking, pacing, touching his mallet to the ground a couple of times. That's a little thing he does. Lovely smooth action. Shoots. And
looks like yellow ball's gone.
And the yellow ball has moved. I think we can say he hit that one. Yep. Yep. So we'll give Gideon some tips on covering those shots in a while. So Kathleen, the other camera person, enjoying a well-earned break from, must have been about 4 hours out there in the wind and the cold. And now this should be standard stuff for Ed. Rushing the black over to the blue that's in the middle of the lawn and getting a rush on it back down to number 1, hoop 1. So, assuming that he does this, it would be quite fun to have a sneaky look at what's happening on 6. I don't think Gideon needs to move, but if we use the fixed camera to show us what's happening on 6, if we just see if Ed gets going on this break. So certainly looks where he would have put it if he'd been able to just pick the balls up and pop them where he wanted to.
Okay, Robert got game 2 against Jenny 26-21. So
that was an interesting tussle. Yeah. Yep.
So which puts them 2 games up in the match as well.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, let's have a quick look at the action on 6, if we can, just to see where Reg has got up to with his break. And there we are, thank you very much. And this looks looks like Reg is making hoop 4.
We're just making hoop 4. We've got some players down in the clubhouse, and I'm not sure if they'll be listening to the commentary or have it on their laptops, but if they are and they wish to do any commentary, come on up and take over at any time to add their bits and pieces.
Are you saying you need a
No,
a
not
new?
at all. I just thought we were getting into
I know you
the
weren't
stage
saying,
where we were kind of just
that.
making up
You-
stuff
you-
for
you-
the sake
you-
of conversation.
you-
I thought people might be wanting to hear
No,
a different
They might.
perspective and different
Are
voice.
you implying that after 4 hours of doing it, that the fans might want an alternative point of
Well, they
view?
could do. I
I
mean,
find
it's
that very
like
hard to believe.
Difficult
but
listening to like Jeremy Coney for 4 hours in a row. It's always good when somebody else pops it and adds up.
So who do you think will pop up? Who do you think? If you had to put your money on it,
Who
I
do
suppose.
think would pop up? Well, Andrew Gregory would be good, but he's obviously doing the text commentary.
And a very fine job he's doing of that as well. It's always appreciated when people put so much effort into doing the croquet scores.
Maybe has Stevie J's match still going with Mr. Mulliner?
That looks like suspiciously like a black clip on the on 4 back there, Pete.
So Stephen Forster's free. If he's listening, come on up.
So Reg, with a good setup there for a game-winning triple. Now, has James managed to take croquet in this game, in this match? I don't think so.
Well, James might come up.
James might come up.
Sorry,
Might come
James.
up in his own game to come to come and have a little banter with us. On lawn 5, Ed is looking in pretty good shape with his break. He's got hoop 4 loaded, and he's going to his pioneer at hoop 3, and he's set a nice pivot, and you know that's a textbook position for him. Well, yeah, certainly the highlight of the commentary session this morning has been that incredible turn from Matthew, and also
and I mean, and Edward being
and great to see Edward going down and
you know,
come back so
holding
well,
firm and
really, and
it's
playing
kind
with such resolve and determination.
Yes,
You know, when
to change the momentum
Yeah,
up as well, and Harry, you know, had the little bit of an off shot there too near the end of that other one. But Edward's very much like Matthew. They're just going for everything, and everything's coming off. Of all the matches I've seen this week, the Simon Hockey and Edward Wilson one yesterday, which was also down in Siberia on lawn 11, was pretty special.
Yes,
And as I say, Edward didn't make an error for the whole match.
Yeah.
He missed a few roquets in one of the games, but once that phase was out, he was dominant there.
And I didn't see it, but I gather that it was a pivotal moment when Simon failed to approach Rover properly.
And Simon wasn't pushing for any peeling in the games, but his leaves were for not doing any peeling. The concentration on the leaves were perfect. There was every leave he was doing was was spot on distance, but Edward was hitting. So.
Yeah. Well, we got a nice view of the two games that in action there. Ed playing his first break on lawn 5, and Reg going for a match-winning TP against James. I think Reg would be pretty pleased with the way the balls are placed at the moment.
Yeah.
Looks like another deep B-balk load, Pete. Rather than trying to load one back. Say that that yellow ball is it's north of penultimate.
Yes, I think the amount of room he had dictated that line of play as well,
Ooh.
but it seems to be his favoured
Rain on the camera.
approach.
A little bit of a shower about the passes, according to the radar. Not very much, but enough to sprinkle the players with a little moisture. You can actually see it coming down on the screen now and accumulating on the camera lens. I'm sure they have a special magic cloth that deals with that. For some reason, Edward has taken time out of it, maybe to put his coat on. I would
Yeah, there
imagine.
is a bit of rain out there.
Oh, that could be tricky, depending on what sort of shot he's got on the red. Whether or not there's any hampering there from the.
Yeah.
You don't think
No,
so from
no,
there?
I think he's
No.
quite clear and comfortable to rush.
Wouldn't have taken much more than another inch to get some doubt in that one. But no, yes, you're absolutely right. There's
I think everyone went where he thought it was going. It's just that black didn't go through.
Oh,
or
okay,
at least,
right.
you know,
Yeah,
more
yeah.
through than it
yeah,
did.
more
It
through.
seemed to
Yes,
wobble a bit.
so it looked worse
hung out a
than
bit.
it was. Yeah, yeah. Well, according to my radar, this little sprinkle will pass soon. But who knows? This is Melbourne after all, and anything could happen.
So we got
Right.
the deep ball for Reg
Yep.
as a reception. So Red's going towards one back.
Yep. So the idea is here that you run the hoop strong
From
to the
hoop
boundary,
strong, Yep.
and then load that ball that's waiting for you at the end of B balk to two back.
Rush peel this
and-
through. And he was probably looking for that peeled.
Oh, well, you don't see that very
No,
often.
no.
Oh my goodness, that was what about?
Well, whereas, yeah.
I mean, it
yeah,
didn't look
2
more
feet.
than where he's standing. Look,
Yeah.
it's certainly not
Yeah.
a bit.
Something-
That's a blob. In fact, it's the way it's spat out to the side. It wasn't even a bomb, was it? I mean, it
No,
was
He's
so
looking
much
at himself,
wire.
wondering what's happened there.
Gosh, what on earth has happened there? Well, James, what a story this would be.
But yeah, Reg was expecting that black to be peeled, and then
Yeah.
it would have been
What a story.
after loading 2 back, rushing
If
black across.
James has
peeling
been
it.
sitting down for the best part of 5 hours. Oh, well, it's 4.5 hours.
Yeah.
And he comes out of the shed and he's faced with
No commentator's curse.
there's no commentator's curse whatsoever. And here he comes. One of the few players to use an old school mallet.
Yep.
And he is faced with a 5-yarder to snick the blue that blobbed hoop 6. Looks around. Surely that's the only shot that he's got the yellow on the black maybe. But he's gonna have something to steady the ship here. No, he's actually going to take the yellow at the blue.
Ball on the jaws.
At the blue. He's going to take the yellow at the blue. Yeah.
Sorry, no, it's kicked to the left of the leg.
So, okay. The worst thing that could happen is hitting the white. What on earth? Did he nick the blue? Did he miss it completely? What has happened? We can't quite tell.
He's not walking towards the ball at 1. He's missed it.
He's walked off. So there we go. That was a... Ah, dear. Well, does Reg have a shot at anything, though? Does he have...
Do you think that's why?
Well, he's got to... Yeah, so he can clearly make 4 back with the black that's jawsed in there. But whether or not blue can see anything... Oh, yes, it can. Yes, it can. Well, that's a great shame for James.
And
really looking forward to...
He's taking the shot on black because it may not rush to 1. Is that, do we think the leg of the hoop's stopping the rush to 1, so he needs to hit that first? Red was the only ball that can rush to 1?
Yeah.
Or it was just the shorter shot?
Well, it looked the longer shot, though. I mean, where the yellow was to the blue looked longer than red to blue. Yeah.
Well, but red hitting blue, he doesn't want to put black through to get down to make the rush on the yellow.
No.
Because, leave red and sits in 4 back.
Yeah. But that's not a major concern, though, is it?
Well, a bit of a... Well, if Reg hits back in on sits and he's 4-pin knolled, then, there's a lot easier finish than 4 back and sits. No, blue can easily rush to 1.
But that's a great shame for the match. There's James missing that. But Reg, he's made 1 mistake. He makes no mistake with that Roquet. And it... Well...
Yes. So, yeah, Damon's picked up on that. Did Reg put the black clip back onto 4 back? Which he took off before he played the rush to hoop 6?
Yes. The black clip is on 4 back. Yeah. And James has provided a nice 2-back pioneer there as well. It's, I don't know whether it can be used to such effect, but I think James is still yet to make a Roquet in this match. So what would you do here, Pete? You've got...
No, I can't quite see the...
Well,
he's
black is...
Black to south of hoop 2, hasn't he?
Yes, he's between corner 2 and hoop 2. Yep. And he's 4-6, and obviously he's got a ball jawsed in 4 back and a ball down at hoop 1. He's having a good think about it.
Well, I mean, one takeoff from this east side of the red, getting a rush on the yellow border, it's great. You can still finish.
Yes.
Deal with it if you don't get the rush. But is he thinking he's going to put it through black and then? But then you haven't got the luxury of tidying things up for a leave if you're going that route.
Yeah. So taking off from the red towards the yellow and getting a rush back up to hoop 6.
It's one line. I'm not sure what Reg is contemplating.
Would you contemplate taking off from the red to hoop 6? And then running that and then having the...
It's an option, but I think he's got other options there.
Well, he's clearly doing a lot of surveying now. I think we're going to have a lot of pacing around the lawn.
A bit of mental skills from Reg, like making that error that was uncharacteristic for Reg, and James not taking any advantage of it. He's not going to... he's going to be out there on the lawn going through every thing to consider before he does something, anything.
So while we've been focusing on this interesting interplay here, it looks as if Ed finished his break to 4 back and set a leave which Harry has hit.
Yep.
So we're joined by Ian Barrage, and I don't know whether Ian would like to have a turn on the on the broadcasting, but
I have come up here to help.
Well, that'd be great.
So he is taking off to the yellow ball, Gareth, is it?
Yes, he is.
Yep.
He's definitely taking off to yellow. And that's quite firm. That's quite...
Well, he's got to give it a...
Oh, no, it's short.
He's got to give it a go.
Oh, he's ended up against the wire of 2 back, and he will not be able to hit the yellow, I don't think.
No, but he needs to get this up to the B-balk below hoop 4 back area, doesn't he?
Well, I don't know what sort of shot he's going to have. He's right up hard against the leg of the hoop. I think we might see a referee come out. Well, after all that thought and deliberation... Oh, no, he can get up there, you're right. Oh. No, referee will come out, but okay, so he can put his mallet through the hoop and get some sort of... But that's remarkable.
Well, obviously it was quite tight, and that's what he came down to look
Yes,
at.
So that's why he was contemplating it for so long, because
do I go to black first and then have a wider angle to take off.
So the referee putting on lots and lots of markers, and here we go. Let's see what we've got.
Because it needs a decent strength to get there.
Yeah,
there's still,
there is a chance
you
of
still got to get it clean, and
still a chance of a beveled edge there, and I think that's exhausted the referee's supply of markers. That's oh no, there's another one going down.
Mignon Johnson,
Mignon Johnson. She has a large pouch of markers, doesn't she? It's like a kangaroo.
She's a great referee. She's quick out on the lawns when you call her. And
studiously watching this shot from Reg. Make sure there's no little bevel on this. And Reg doesn't like it. He went to take the shot and then stopped and is going to reassess. Aiming to get this up to the northern boundary. Stuck in the jaws. He got good clean contact, Mignon's happy, and the ball sails up there.
Yeah, it was a good shot.
Yeah, it's a very good shot. Very, very good shot from a very difficult position. And at least it means we'll see James on for another shot. And James is in front of hoop 1.
He's in,
and he likes to thrash those. So it's So he'll be in the interesting position that he might have made a hoop without taking croquet.
Yes.
so
well, sometimes when your oppo does pop you, that can happen. You can be on the scoreboard if you've
yes,
never
yes.
taken croquet, but this is a
Yeah, here you go.
would be a rarity.
So come on, James. Let's see a really big shot
Yeah.
through hoop 1, right all the way up to the northern boundary. Really hard to come off the bench at this stage and come and do this. But what a turning point it would be. No. Well,
And
when James is having another go, think about it.
It's the downside of red shooting at blue with the reward of the ball. The hoop.
Well, it's a long way away. You mean after he's made the hoop?
No, before he...
He gets through and he's run it cleanly and off he sails, and he's got a red ball waiting there, and we could see James taking croquet.
Yep. Yes, we put the curse on before, so we will be seeing James.
We will, well, yes, we
croquet.
should certainly be seeing him take croquet now. He takes a deep breath. You see that? Did you see that deep breath there? I saw the deep breath.
We'll put it back to James. We'll be watching James making a controlled break to forward. And if that is the tactic he chooses.
Okay. Well, this has become very intriguing now. What a story it would be if he can claw back to give us a match.
Lawn 5, Harry seems fully in control up to hoop 4 on after hitting that left shot.
So we're going to have a bit of a switcheroony of the whole commentary. No, because Ian and Eugene have come here to relieve us for a bit. But yep. Well, we'll have what we'll do is a staggered transfer. So Ian Burridge will come in first. Good afternoon, Ian. Oh, yeah. These whoops. We've given Ian the dodgy headphones, so he can't actually reply to me. That comes out a lot, so yeah, you have to keep track. So, while all the microphone shenanigans have been happening, James has been getting on with things, and James is a tremendously exciting player, so this is a great opportunity for him to show us what he's made of. So, good afternoon, Ian.
Hi, Gareth. This is the difficult part of this turn, really, just getting this rush to hoop 2.
I'm a bit worried that the Welsh flag is much lower than the other flags.
It has been all week, hasn't it? It's had some telescopic trouble.
So Ian and I are the two Welsh representatives at the tournament, where Ian has had a slightly more glittering display than myself, but nevertheless, both pleased to be in the commentary box watching this intriguing game.
It could be quite intriguing if James can finish this TPO.
So that would be fantastic if we get to a stage where James peels Reg's ball through all 3 of its remaining hoops and pegs him out and leaves us in a 2 versus 1 situation. It'll be fascinating to see the tactics employed, and also to get Ian's take on how that is unravelling.
I think James would be quite pleased with Reg being on hoop 6 as well. That's going to be quite a difficult hoop for Reg to get started from.
Yes. And is that because it's in the middle there, or
it's in the middle and it's pointing towards a boundary, so you can't get what's known as a squeeze, where you get all the balls in front of you. So, but that's to come really when there's only 3 balls left.
Yes, we're getting a bit ahead of
Yep.
ourselves, aren't we? But, so
Harry's still got his break under control in the background.
yeah. So on lawn 5, Harry.
It's his first break, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yep. With Ed having made the first break otherwise. So we're joined by Eugene Chang, who's going to take over from me. I think everyone thinks that 5 hours is enough, so but I'll hopefully be back soon. So I'll let you two guys get on with it.
So James won't be too bothered about having to send the ball he's peeling down to hoop 4 because he'll be able to bring it back up to hoop 6 quite easily from there. That's not the best of rushes. He doesn't, having to approach a hoop from the side's never ideal, and James is still yet to really get into this match, so he's just got to settle down a bit, and he just wants a few easy things to do.
Cool. Hi everyone. Very excited to be on this commentary team with expert Ian Burridge and myself, Eugene, hoping to give you a bit more insight into what's going on.
That's a good shot from James, so now he's under control at last.
So can you just summarise where we're up to, because I've just come in here.
This is the third game, and Reg has made a couple of consecutive errors. The second was a bit unlucky, taking off into 2-back, leaving James's ball in front of hoop 1. So James was able to make his first hoop of the match by just running hoop 1 down to a ball by hoop 2, and it's he had a TPO set up because Reg had the 4-back peel jaws.
Okay.
So this is basically a TPO against hoop 6.
Right, so Reg is on hoop 6. Okay, so look at the clips there. How do you think James is going to play? He looks unfazed, but
Yeah, I think he's okay now. I thought he looked a little bit nervy at the start, but I think this is a nice position to play yourself in from now. He's shouldn't go wrong from here. He should finish this turn quite easily.
yeah, I mean he's always been a very slick kind of player, so you'd expect him to complete this break quite easily. And I guess he's used to playing Reg, isn't he? He played him last summer in the British Open Championship in the final and won 2-0, I think, or 2-1.
Can't remember what the exact score was.
Yeah, but he played extremely well when people were really rating Reg to win that one.
Yeah, I'm sure. James will think he can beat anybody. He's not going to be phased in that sense, but he's not in a great position in this match, and he badly needs to get into it.
Yeah.
And any mistake is instant loss from here, basically.
Yeah, that's true. Be interesting to see how Reg plays the TPO once that's all done, because Reg doesn't get TPO that often, does he?
That's correct.
In fact, I think you might have TPO'd him before in the past. Memories.
You reckon?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. You've had a few notable wins against him, but
I have. I can't. It's unlikely I ever managed to do a TPO though.
okay. For those who don't know Ian, Ian has played at the highest level, represented Great Britain in the McRobertson Shield, which is the big team AC event, and he's had a number of big wins over his career, and reached a pretty high ranking in the. I can't remember where you got to, but I would say
got to the top 10 for a little
top
while.
10,
few days.
Few days, brilliant. Yeah, I saw in the commentary booklet that there was somebody who said, due to some nanosecond glitch, I was briefly in the world top 10. It wasn't supposed to be. Trying to remember who that one was.
Yeah, on the other lawn now, Harry's just making his leave against Ed Wilson. He's making an NSL with Ed's 4-back ball at hoop 4.
Yeah.
And he's not placed it ideally, but doesn't look too bad.
Yeah, so he's not looking too happy, is he? I don't know if
I
the
don't think
cameras can switch across.
I don't think
for a
it's as
moment.
bad as he thought it was.
Yeah,
So anyway, James is coming up for his second peel.
Yeah, I've just been out there sitting next to Harry, and I think Harry's played very well in this match. It's just it's one of these where he's come up against somebody who is just making very few errors at the moment. He made some few errors in the early on in the match, which let Harry win the first game. But Harry's now 2-1 down, and really needs to pull out the bag here.
Right, James playing for his second peel now. Seems to have quite a nice position. It's going to be peeling from a few inches. I don't think he's going to be trying anything more ambitious than just pegging Reg out here. I don't think he's certainly not going to be looking to peel Reg, and I don't think he'll be trying to peel himself either. I think he'll just settle for going round. He'll be giving contact, of course, because it's a TPO, and he'll be making 1 back and 4 back in the same turn. So he'll have to make a contact leave, but that is relatively straightforward to do. I'd have thought we'll be looking at both balls down this end of the lawn.
Yeah.
You know, corners 1 and 4 would seem to be the logical choice against hoop 6.
So as a former top player, would you say? I mean, you know, in an ideal position, would you just leave them at 6? What's a good sort of?
Yeah. We definitely want to leave him on 6 because he can't make a good squeeze from that position.
Right.
So we're delighted with him on hoop 6.
Yeah. Is it worth? I don't know if we've been explaining what something like a squeeze is for people. Who don't know.
It's rather sort of awkward to explain to a degree. When we get down to having just the 3 balls, I think it might be easier to start talking about that concept. Whilst we've got the 4 on the lawn, I think we should probably just concentrate on James's.
What's going on? Yeah. No, it's very sensible. Right, let's have a look.
Again, he just loses a little bit of control there, having to play a backward takeoff to 1 back, which he wouldn't really have been in his plan. The hoops.
He's looking at hoop and roquet this
Yeah,
time.
he set it all up nicely. There's still no real trouble, but it's not as perfect as you might expect it to be for somebody who's had very good control of their break for some time now.
Yeah, you can see the little tap of the cap there. I think he's definitely feeling a bit nervous, despite all of his sort of casual walk around the lawn.
Yep, you don't get many world championships. You know, they don't come around that often. He's in the quarterfinal. He's not going great, and you know he's got to find a way to get alive.
Yeah. Just having a go. Oh, okay, he's going to try and do the peel on the way to 3 back.
Yeah, and that'll be his ideal plan, and he'll have plenty of time to coordinate everything and make his leave perfectly. If he had to do the peel straight, it really would be a bit of a disaster from the starting position.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like Harry has not put the ball in a good position. Sorry, we're just looking across at lawn 5. Harry's not put his ball, the opposition's ball, in a good position, and he's made a very defensive leave, which Ed Wilson has hit.
So James playing at his usual very good pace. So he just looks a little bit tense, doesn't he? He doesn't look as easygoing and